Vended, aka Slipknot Babies, is here with a first debut record, first full-length album, self-titled. So Vended is a new metal band which two of the members are from the offspring of Slipknot, or are offsprings of Slipknot. I don't know why I phrase it like that. We have Clown's son, who is the drummer for this band, and we have Corey Taylor's son, who is the vocalist. Quite thin, because that's the roles that their fathers have played in Slipknot. And when I refer to them as Slipknot Babies, yeah, it's in a literal sense, and also the fact that it's just a younger generation trying to write in the same vein as Slipknot, other than the fact that, well, there's no, I hope there's not really the drugs and alcohol that went into albums like Iowa, because that was a very bad place for Slipknot, despite how awesome that record is. So I kind of hope we don't get something like that for Vended, because that's just grim. You don't want to wish that on anybody. Yeah, Vended, it's pretty interesting to hear the fact that his uncleans, his growls, really sound like his father. Corey Taylor's voice is definitely embedded into this child, and he really excels at some nice uncleans here. Paint the Skin already took me in as an amazing track, just because of how insanely close he resembles it. The thing that does push a difference between Corey Taylor and his son is that Corey Taylor's cleans are really good, and his son's, well, they're pretty much just average cleans. Like, they're good, they can have some good moments, but I won't really say they're a highlight. Whereas I would say with Stone Sour and Slipknot, if there is any cleans, I'd say that they're a pretty good highlight, as long as they're, used well and not like in the End So Far. But the ironic thing is the fact that the End So Far is actual Slipknot, and Vended is a new project. So having Slipknot Babies sound heavier than the End So Far is baffling in my opinion, because Slipknot is turned themselves into the mainstream weaker band, a shell of its former self, with that latest record, whereas Vended kind of feels like it's igniting a spark for what people want to see with Slipknot. It's not crazy good. If this was a Slipknot album, it definitely would be one of the weakest, I'd say, but for a new band, for what they're trying, there's some great ideas. The drummer's great, I think there's some really good guitar work, and the vocals are pretty nice touch as well. The clean vocals, like on the far side, still good, even if they aren't quite as angelic as Corey Taylor's, but you don't need to be as good as your father to still be a good singer. Jamie Bennington, the son of Chester Bennington, from what I've heard, he's also a good singer, but obviously he's not going to be as liked, or I don't think he's quite as talented as Chester, because Chester's just had a fucking great voice. But in the same vein as that, Corey Taylor's voice is great, and I don't think his son can quite hit that, but it's still really good, and I still want to give props to where it is. Vended's good. Not crazy on it, not the biggest fan, but I think the album's consistent and it's got some good ideas. Great guitar work, great drums, good vocals. If you want a heavy new metal record, try Vended. I give this a 3 out of 5. I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next video.